On one side of the valley of Elah, the mighty Philistine army assembled, a sea of hardened soldiers. On the other, the army of Israel stood, their hearts heavy with dread. For 40 days, a terrifying champion had emerged from the Philistine ranks. His name was Goliath, a giant of a man, clad from head to toe in gleaming bronze armor and carrying a spear with a tip like a weaver's beam. Every morning and every evening, he would stride into the valley, his voice booming with contempt. "Choose a man and have him come down to me," he would roar. "If he is able to fight and kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I overcome him and kill him, you will become our subjects and serve us." The Israelite soldiers, even their king Saul, were paralyzed with fear. None dared to face this monstrous foe. Into this camp of despair walked David, a young shepherd boy, sent by his father to bring food to his 3 older brothers serving in the army. As he arrived, he heard the giant's arrogant challenge echo across the valley. David was not afraid. He was incensed. He saw not a giant warrior, but a man who was openly defying the armies of the living God. His heart burned with a righteous anger and an unshakable faith. He went before the king and declared, "Let no one lose heart on account of this Philistine. Your servant will go and fight him." Saul, seeing only a youth, was skeptical. He tried to dissuade him, but David's conviction was absolute. Reluctantly, the king agreed, offering David his own royal armor. But the king's armor was heavy and unfamiliar. David tried it on and immediately took it off. "I cannot go in these," he said, "because I'm not used to them." Instead, he trusted in what he knew. He walked towards the valley armed with nothing more than his shepherdess staff in his hand and a simple sling. On his way, he stopped by a stream and carefully selected 5 smooth, round stones, placing them in the pouch of his shepherd's bag. With faith as his true armor and courage as his shield, he approached the fearsome giant. Goliath squinted, then let out a thunderous, mocking laugh. "Am I a dog," he bellowed, "that you come at me with sticks?" He cursed David and promised to feed his flesh to the birds and the wild animals. David, undeterred, shouted back, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied." As Goliath moved in for the kill, David acted swiftly. He reached into his bag, took out a single stone, and placed it in his sling. He began to run towards the giant, whirling the sling above his head. With a powerful release, the stone flew through the air, whistling with purpose. It struck the giant squarely on his forehead, sinking deep into his skull. Goliath staggered for a moment, then crashed to the ground face down. The champion was defeated. Seeing their hero fall, a wave of panic swept through the Philistine army, and they fled in absolute terror. The Israelites let out a roar of triumph, celebrating the miraculous victory won by a shepherd boy's unwavering faith. If you believe in miracles, give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more faith-filled stories, and put a heart in the comments.